The following program is a color feature presentation on the HSM Television Network.
Let's knock them on their backs, butt them in the mouth, knock their ass in the dirt. That's what we got to do.
Get it in here. I got one thing to say. This is when the big dogs come out. Damn right. Okay? Right. So you can't roll with the big dogs. Stay on the board.
His method is not Grand Prix, but Demolition Derby.
Welcome to Basically a Football Show.
Basically a football show. Pro Bowl week. Super Bowl week.
Dodgeball was fun.
Yeah,
God, it really was.
Yeah, Pro Bowl. We covered that for a minute. Dodgeball, great. Game itself, no one saw it. Who cares?
And yet it still got higher viewership than, I think some games of the World Series, which is just insane.
Yeah, I honestly don't know a single person who watched the Pro Bowl yesterday.
That is what floors me about the Pro Bowl. Every single year it gets monster ratings, and yet I know no one who watches it.
Well, you know what? Let's put this to rest once and for all. You guys keep going. I'm going to look up the Pro Bowl ratings here and see if we're just not talking out our asses on this.
I remember that being a thing where they said the Pro Bowl has higher ratings than several World Series games over the last few years.
The Pro Bowl stumbles to lowest ratings in a decade. Okay, it got a 4.6.
Was that this week?
Yeah,
was that
4.6, which is still a 4.6 in this day and age is still really, really good.
It's still really good, but as you said, it stumbled this year. I honestly didn't know what channel it was on. I didn't know what time it was on. I knew, I eventually figured, I think it's on ESPN, right? I think it's on ESPN. And then it was on ESPN. But after the NHL All-Star game was done, I went to social media and I started seeing some Pro Bowl stuff. I'm like, oh, is that game on right now? And no, it's not on yet.
We aren't the... Well, I shouldn't say we're not typical NFL fans. God, I hope we're more typical, and the people that watch the Pro Bowl are a little more atypical. But I think there's a lot of people out there that are just such NFL junkies that they will watch anything with that NFL shield slapped on it, and that's how the Pro Bowl gets ratings. Because there are people that are they live and die for freaking football. I don't get it, but they do. And that's how it gets the ratings. But a 4.6, that's a bad rating for them. The NHL would fucking kill for a 4.6 in the Stanley Cup final. They would. That's just what's amazing about it. But anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, so we'll talk about the game a little bit, but the most important thing about the Super Bowl isn't necessarily the game itself, but the prop bets. The prop bets are where the money is made.
That's right.
Sunday. So I have a list here with a bunch of them. I'm going to skip over most of them because they're mostly game stuff. I'll get the important game ones out of the way. So right now, the Patriots are a 3-point favorite over the Falcons. Patriots odds are 9-10. Falcons odds are 10-9. Yeah, that's probably right. Odds to win Super Bowl MVP: Tom Brady 3-2, Matt Ryan 7-4, Julio Jones 11-2, or the field 10-1.
So who do we like? Do we like the field versus those guys?
Basically, quarterback, Julio Jones, or the field.
I'm taking the field, and I'm gonna go a step further. My pick for Super Bowl MVP is going to be. Are you ready for this? Taylor Gabriel of the Atlanta Falcons.
Whoa!
There you go.
Okay, I'm gonna be. I'm gonna mess with some people's minds here a bit. I picked the Patriots to win. I still think they're going to win, but I'm gonna say that in the event of a Falcons victory, the MVP will be Julio Jones.
Yeah, that's a good call, too. That's a pretty good one.
Because if they're going to win, he's going to have a monster game.
You think that, but the Patriots are known to shut down the other team's best receiver. But the Falcons also have a lot of good receivers. So here's my thought. They shut down Julio Jones. But Mohamed Sanu makes 2 touchdown grabs and throws a touchdown pass on a trick play because he's done it already. Mohamed Sanu, 2 touchdown catches and a touchdown pass.
The flea flicker. Yep, that was
okay.
No, wait. The Patriots are the ones who did the flea flicker. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Wow. So we're all picking the field, and we're all picking an Atlanta Falcon to be the MVP of the game.
No. Mike picked Julio Jones.
I picked Julio Jones. He's not. He's an option. He's not.
Oh, okay. He's not in the field, but he's still an Atlanta Falcon, right? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Next prop bet.
No, he was traded to the Patriots 2 weeks ago.
The over under is 57.5 total points scored by each team.
30-27 thereabouts. I'm gonna go. I'm liking the under in this. I don't think it's going to be as high scoring as people think it is.
defense always shows up in these Super Bowls, but oh man, the offense of these two teams are just too good. Like I know this is the highest over under in Super Bowl history, but I think I got to go with the over. Here's the thing.
You only need a 30-27 game that's your number right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
if it's 35-28, I win.
Well, if it's 34-27, you
right.
win.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm thinking about regular like multiples of 7. If we do multiples of 7, and you go 35-28, 5 touchdowns versus 4 touchdowns.
Yep.
I think that's probable.
I think the defenses are going to play better than we think. They're going to, I don't know. Plus, you got Belichick, man, with 2 weeks of preparation time. I'm taking the under. I'm going under on the over-under. Barely, but it's going to stay under. I think 30-27 might be your final score, actually.
I'm going to say caution to the wind, over.
Okay.
I'm going to skip all the ones where it's like, how many points, how many yards? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
no one cares.
No one really cares.
Over under height of the tallest player to score a touchdown.
Not having a roster of both teams in front of me, I don't know who the tallest players are.
The over under is set at 6 feet 3 inches. Julio Jones is 6'3".
So he would be a push then if he gets it, right?
Yeah. Martellus Bennett of the Patriots, their tight end, is over 6'3". I think that's their only pass catcher that's over that height.
I could see him scoring a touchdown though. I'm going to go under. I think it's, or whatever it is. I'm taking the tallest guy won't score a touchdown.
I'm going to go. I got to go push. I think Julio's going to catch one at least.
Well, that's the thing. I mean,
yeah.
if we can bet a push, I'm betting a push too. I think Julio gets one too.
Yeah.
So I'm taking the push also.
Same.
Over under the weight of the heaviest player to score a touchdown. LeGarrette Blount is over 249.5. So if they get a running touchdown by the Patriots, then you get
the Chiefs were the team that had the big dude.
Oh, Dontari Poe.
Yeah. No, I was thinking it was the Falcons. It was the Chiefs. So what is it? Over under what now?
249.5
for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Blount scores. I'm going to say that doesn't happen. I'm going to go under. Yeah.
No, I'm going to say push. I think Blount gets.
That would be if he does get it. That's over. So that's
over. Yeah. Okay. Over.
I'm going to say under. I'm going to say if a Patriots running back scores, it's going to be Deion Lewis.
See, weird stuff.
Have you guys noticed too how much the Patriots have taken on like 80s Celtics qualities? They're like a bunch of little white guys now. I mean, I promise you, they're racists out there that just love the fuck out of this team.
I mean, I think I forget who it was. I think it was McCarthy, friend of the show McCarthy, who pointed out that like the Patriots could take some like 5'11" white lacrosse player and stick him at wide receiver and get him 2 touchdowns a game.
Well, they did exactly that.
Yeah.
With what's his name, Ben Hogan, Chris Hogan. Mm-hmm. Ben Hogan was a golfer.
So like
with Colonel Hogan.
I don't know. That's why I'm saying this team's a machine. They just plug parts in and it works.
All right. Anyway, back to the bet stack.
Color of the Gatorade. Orange on the winning coach. Orange is 7-2, blue 15-4, clear or water 4-1, purple 6-1, yellow 13-2, none 10-1.
I'm going to say water. I'm going to say water on the account that I still think the Patriots are going to win, and I can't see Bill Belichick tolerating anything but water in his coolers.
I'm going orange. Orange all the way. Put me down for 500 on orange.
I'd go blue.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, blue.
I'm saying orange.
Odds on the color of Bill Belichick's hoodie.
Gray.
Blue, gray, red, or the field.
Well, it's got to be. Got to go gray, right?
I'm going to say he wears a red polo shirt.
No.
I've seen him break out polos for the Super Bowl before.
Bill Belichick is not a superstitious man, but he's a superstitious man. He's going to wear gray because that's what he always wears. Gray, gray hoodie.
I believe he wore a blue hoodie during the AFC Championship. So I'll go blue. That like the worst odds of the options, but I think that's where he'd go.
I'm saying he sticks with gray. I think he's worn that. Like I was watching the Super Bowl highlights marathon, and I could swear he had on a gray hoodie in every Super Bowl they were in.
Odds the game gets delayed by anything, 19-1.
Nah, not happening.
Where's it at? Houston?
Houston.
Anything. So we're talking like fan on the field, anything at all.
Blackout, lightning, flood, something delays the game.
It's an indoor stadium, so it's not going to be weather related. It's not New Orleans, so there won't be a power outage.
Yeah, I'm with Mike. I don't think it gets delayed.
Well, that's the next one. The odds of the power goes out is 99-1.
No, I'll put $1 on that just for the hell of it, but I don't think it'll happen.
Especially not after it already did happen.
Yeah.
Like, I have a feeling that it happened once, and then the NFL was like, you make sure this never happens again.
Well, you know what? I'm going to say if the Patriots are losing by 21 in the third quarter, the power's going to go out, just like it did against San Francisco. Okay.
Let's see. Odds that a Microsoft tablet malfunctions.
Oh, shit. That's a guarantee.
Well,
that's the easiest bet you're going to make.
You also have to keep in mind, though, that the Patriots won't be using it, so you're only dealing with half of the tablets that you would normally have in an NFL game.
Well, how would we know that? How would we know that? That's the question.
See, I don't know. I don't know how. I think it would have to be caught on camera.
You'd have to see like some coordinator like frustratingly shaking his tablet or like tapping on it angrily.
I'm going to say the odds. First, it's got to happen. Then you've got to catch it on camera, and then somebody's got to verify it. So I'm going to go no.
Yeah. Odds that a participating player is arrested during the Super Bowl week, 15-1.
Oh yeah, I'm taking that. Somebody will.
Not with the Patriots. It would have to be a Falcon.
Falcons have a track record of this. Last time they were there,
they do, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Oh, no.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with it. I say it happens. Of course, it's not going to be the Patriots because I'm convinced that Bill Belichick will probably lock everyone in their hotel rooms.
Well, it's not even that. It's just a matter if they do get arrested, they know that he'll have them electrocuted when they come back to the team. So that's just not going to happen. I'm saying and I think it's going to be an Atlanta Falcons player. I'm even going to go a step further. It's going to be somebody from the defensive secondary.
Okay.
There's a prediction for you.
A couple of odds on fights in the stands on the field. That's
shit! In the stands, those are guaranteed too.
With Patriots fans, for sure. Odds that a fan.
You're saying Tom Brady's not the greatest?
Odds that a fan throws a blank on the field. Odds that a flare gets thrown on the field, 15-1. Slightly deflated football, 19-1. A dildo, 45-1.
Well, you know the dildo's going to happen because it happened in Buffalo.
Yeah.
So now we're going to get a copycat.
Or a dead falcon, 300-1.
No, that's like a felony, I think, if you kill a falcon.
Does the dead falcon bet count if the falcons just get blown out?
Oh.
Plus, how are you going to get a dead falcon into the building? I mean, they search everything.
How do people get octopuses and dead sharks into NHL games? Your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah, how do people get a moose leg into junior hockey? It just happens.
But that's the thing. The security's not as tight. We're talking a Super Bowl here.
The sacred moose leg of Flin Flon.
Yeah, that's right now. Speaking of odds, Vegas has got that thing at like 2-1 to win the glorious tournament of victory already.
It's a heavy favorite.
A heavy favorite. I mean, the Chimp Conference isn't even on the board yet. Okay, go ahead.
Odds: Belichick retires after the game, 12-1.
Nope, not a chance.
No, because no, it's not happening.
Tom Brady retires, 11-1.
Nope, not a chance.
Over under references to Deflategate and Spygate, 4.5.
Now, does that mean they both have to go 4 times or a combination of the two?
The combination has to go at least 5 times.
Oh, absolutely. They'll hit that, no problem.
Over under number of times they show Giselle.
Wait, Mike, you're not going to bet on the Deflategate, Spygate thing?
Over. They won't shut up about it.
Okay, go ahead, Zach.
Over under the number of times Giselle is shown on screen, 1.5.
That's tough because we don't know where she's sitting.
Oh, she's going to sit in a nice box.
She'll be in Kraft's box, probably.
I'm over. It'll be.
Yeah, I'm on. What is it? 1.5.
1.5.
Yeah, I'll take
at least
the over.
3.
Yeah, I'll take
at least 3.
At least, yeah, Mike's right. Especially if they win.
And that Deflategate thing's going to be, of course, over because this is the Tom Brady revenge game. So yeah.
Over under mentions of Modern Dynasty, 3.5.
Does it have to be that exact term?
Modern Dynasty.
No. They won't hit that 3.5 times. Dynasty, but not Modern Dynasty. Not the exact term, no.
See, this is tricky because it all depends on how the game's going, right? If it's a Falcons blowout or a close game, I don't think it hits that mark. But if it's like 28-3 at half for New England, then yeah, it's going to go up a lot.
Let's see. What was next? This one seems a little too low, and I don't know how they even set it so low. Mm-hmm. The over-under of references to Michael Vick is only 1.5.
Okay. Let me think here for a second. What would your reasoning be to mention Michael Vick?
He played for the Falcons.
Played for the Falcons, obviously, right? But why would you need to really bring that up more than one time?
He's had the most passing yards since Michael Vick. This team is, hasn't seen the heights it's been to since Michael Vick.
I don't think if they really bring up that many heights with Michael Vick.
Michael Vick beat the Packers in that championship game or playoff game years ago. They say, well, they beat the Packers just like they did when Michael Vick was there.
Yeah, you got 2 right there, don't you? What was the over/under again?
1.5.
Yeah, they're going to hit the over on that.
Yeah, over.
Let's see. Man, there's a lot
what
of
I'm talking about, though, Joe Buck could just completely dominate this whole thing if he wanted to.
Oh, yeah. Odds that Dan Quinn, coach of the Falcons, wears a hairpiece during the game, 50-1.
Where's a hairpiece?
He's bald, but I don't know where that one comes from.
I'm going to say no.
He wants to look good for the Super Bowl.
I'm going to say no on that one. Hell of a job he's done with that team, though, but no, that's not going to happen.
Over under number of times the phrase "greatest of all time" is said, 5.5.
Oh, they'll hit that easy, don't you think?
Oh yeah, they're hit 5. They'll hit 5 by the half.
Yeah, I'm with you, Mike. I think they will.
Belichick, Brady, even Atlanta's offense.
Yeah.
This one seems a little easy to go under on, but number of times Joe Buck and Troy Aikman are shown on screen during the game itself.
Well, you're guaranteed during the game itself.
It's set at 4.5.
Oh, I was thinking 3 tops.
Yeah, because they do it on the Fox broadcasts a lot, but I think a lot was 3.
Yeah. You usually get one like a break midway through the second quarter. You usually get one. Sometime after half. I don't see it being over that. No, I think it's going to be under. I'm looking at 3 tops.
Odds
say over. Just to say over.
Okay.
Odds that Fox's replay official Mike Pereira is wrong on the first coach's challenge, 7-3.
You know what? I'm gonna say that he's going to be wrong because I'm sure that what I'm about to say is incorrect. But every single account I can think of where any network has brought in an ex-official to comment on a challenge, they've gotten it wrong. Like, I'm sure that's just selective memory on my part, but I'm going to say he gets it wrong.
I think that of the guys that do this, he's the best. So he's got to be wrong on just the first one, right?
Just the first one?
Nope. He'll get it right.
Odds of Joe Buck being clean shaven, 10-1.
Nope. I already know he's wearing the beard. He said so on Stern today.
Yeah. You know what? Alternate universe Joe Buck is here to stay.
Not only, but see, there's another example, right? That's still on the boards in Vegas. The man came out and said on the air on a national radio show today, "I plan on having the beard."
I don't know. Yeah, I think this was just published 6 hours ago. This article I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Odds on Joe Buck's tie color: blue, purple, red, or the field.
I'm taking the field.
Blue is the favorite. Purple and red are long shots. Field is 9-1.
I'm taking the field on that one. I think you're going to get like a weird, like gold type deal, yellow.
I'm gonna say field. I'm gonna go kind of the opposite direction though. I think it's gonna be more of like a dark gray or like silver kind of thing.
That's a good call, Mike. I think you hit it right on the head there. That's a great best call of the show so far on this. Yep.
Woo! Joe Buck's tie.
Yep.
Odds of the pattern on Joe Buck's tie: solid stripes, polka dots, or the field.
A nice solid shimmer.
Yeah, I'm going with Mike on that.
Solid is 9-8. Solid's by far and away the favorite.
The most I would see would be maybe like a very slight hint of pinstripes, but not very much. So I'm with Mike. I'm going with the 9-8, the shimmer. Yeah.
Odds on the first Deflategate reference by Joe Buck or Aikman: the first quarter 7-4, second quarter 5-3, Third quarter 5-1. Fourth quarter 8-1.
They're going to do it in the first quarter to get it over with.
I think it's the first quarter just because it's not just a Patriots game in a post-Deflategate world. It is the Tom Brady revenge game. It's the Super Bowl that the Patriots are playing in after this whole nonsense was settled. It's going to happen. I don't even think it's going to be they're going to say it to get it over with. I think it's a case of this is the narrative that the media has decided upon, and they won't be able to help themselves. It's going to happen.
Yeah. First quarter, yep. I agree.
Odds that all 4 Fox Studio analysts, Terry Bradshaw, Howie Long, Michael Strahan, Jimmy Johnson, they all pick the Patriots 3-1.
No.
No.
Bradshaw's picking the Falcons.
Nah, they're not all. First of all, I don't even buy that those picks are off the cuff. And I think this thing's going to be so produced, and they're going to be like, we can't have it be unanimous for any one team. One of you's picking the Patriots, so no.
Actually, speaking of that, though, Joe Buck picked the Falcons on the Howard Stern show today. Another thing that he could, I don't know if that's going to have any influence on anything, but...
Odds that Lady Gaga wears an outfit that breaks Twitter.
Well, define breaking Twitter.
Blows it up.
Yeah, I don't know what that means either, because sometimes like something happens where so many people tweet about it that Twitter literally like shuts down for a minute or two. I don't think anything would be that.
No, not from her, no. But what are the odds that Greg watches over under on minutes of the halftime show that Greg watches?
Yeah, that's another thing. I don't think enough people watch the halftime show in this day and age to really have anything that happens to it break Twitter, unless it's truly insane.
There are a lot of people that are just fans of the people that perform in it rather than the game itself. You'd be surprised.
I guess.
Let's see. Odds that Lady Gaga wears an outfit that Fox needs to blur for indecency.
No.
Nah. She's very shrewd. She won't do anything like that. She knows better.
Like my pick about, who the analysts are going to pick, this thing's going to be so produced that they're going to have – they probably already have had that outfit approved by now. Like, it's been signed off on, and it's going to pass muster.
Yeah, that's not her gig either. I mean, she's not – I mean, she will do things that are shocking, but I don't think that's her main MO. It's not like her – she's actually a very talented musician and songwriter. I don't care for her music, but she's shrewd. She knows better. She won't do that.
Odds that someone catches on fire during the halftime show, 25-1.
God, I hope so. I mean, fuck, that would be the best thing ever, yeah.
I'll go for it.
I'm going to go for it, too, just because I want it to happen so badly.
Now, this is going off a trend of the last few Super Bowls where we've had there's a main headliner, but then there's a couple people that always show up. Over under on the number of guest performers during the halftime show, 0.5. So you just need one other person besides Lady Gaga to show up.
Oh, God,
I think that's easy.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, if you had Katy Perry show up with multiple people, you're going to get Lady Gaga to show up with multiple people.
What are the chances that Madonna is one of those people?
Oh.
What about
Isn't she a big Madonna fan? Isn't it like her main influence or something? Or am I imagining that?
Yeah. No, you're right.
But Madonna's she's freaking. She's older than I am, man. I don't know if she's going to run her raggedy looking ass out there in front of 120 million people or not these days.
And what about what's the blow up the White House now? So
What about Left Shark?
We need Left Shark, man. He should come back just because.
He should be the official Super Bowl mascot.
I agree.
Let's see. I don't think you two will know enough about Lady Gaga's catalog, so I can.
No, I don't.
Well, what do you think will be the first song she plays, Greg? The Edge of Glory, Perfect Illusion, Born This Way, or Other?
Edge of Glory. No, she's going to close with Edge of Glory. It's going to be Born This Way will be the first song.
Edge of Glory, you think?
No, Born This Way will be the first one. She'll close with Edge of Glory. Which is the one that's a total ripoff of the Madonna tune?
Yeah, I almost think she might open up with like I think she'll open up with whatever her newest song is.
No, it's going to be Born This Way, two of her new songs, Edge of Glory to end the show.
Born This Way. They all are.
All right. Next bet.
Odds that she gets booed during the halftime show, 9-1.
Would you even
Nah.
know? If she, I mean, somebody, anybody could boo.
Well, that it's like an audible
Nah.
crowd boos her.
Nah. Again, she seems outrageous, and she is, but she's also smart.
She's also popular. It's not going to happen.
She's a very smart person. She's not going to let anything dumb happen.
Odds on the first company to air their first commercial after the coin toss: Bud Light, Lexus, Intel, Skittles, Wix, TurboTax, Avocados from Mexico, Mr. Clean, or Hyundai.
No, wait. Are we talking after the coin toss, but not during the game?
Whenever they do the coin toss and they do that, then they cut to commercial. What is the first commercial they show?
Well, Bud Light always leads off the main commercials during the game, so I'm going to go with Hyundai as our first after the coin toss commercial.
500 to 1 odds on the Hyundai.
I'm excited. I'm excited for the first time. I get to see.
Yeah, look at that. That's right.
So I get to see what all the hype's about. I don't feel like I have enough experience to comment on this particular bet, so I'll just say I'm just along for the ride.
Okay.
All I know is that of all those products, I've seen this is something that happens here in America too, Mike. There's teaser commercials for the Super Bowl commercials.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, no, these companies will run things like in the 2 weeks leading up, and they'll say, find out on February 5th.
Yep.
Oh.
And I have already seen one from Mr. Clean. Mr. Clean goes dirty. Sunday,
yeah, but that's going to be in-game stuff. The first one out of the coin toss is going to be Hyundai.
I'll go. I think I'd probably go Lexus.
All right, I think Lexus is in game too. I think Lexus is like mid-second quarter. Right.
Odds on which brand will win the best commercial per USA Today's ad meter?
Ooh.
Budweiser, Hyundai, Wix, or the Field?
The Field. Bud used to do some great stuff, but that well's just run dry.
People always love those Clydesdales, and they put in a dog, and it's usually pretty solid.
Oh Jesus! That one they did the year after 9/11 with the Clydesdales, and they went up and like kneeled down in front of New York City. I was like, oh my God, it was corny as all hell, but Jesus, did it work? But I'm taking the Field in that one. I think that we're going to get some off the board weirdo that's going to win the whole thing.
All right, let's see. Commercials parodying Donald Trump, 1.5.
Oh, yeah, it's the public lexicon. On the other hand, though, how many people are afraid that if they do it, they'll be blackballed?
Right, exactly. I'm just going to stay away from that one because I don't know if he's listening or not. So
I want to say he's not, but can you be sure?
Right.
Over under on the commercials featuring Peyton Manning. It's only one.
Oh boy, we're going to blow past that by halftime.
Is it going to be a push or is it going to be the over? Because it's going to be in one.
Over.
It'll be over. At least 2 distinct commercials will have him humming about chicken parmesan.
And you know what? Here's the best part yet. Another bold prediction. Greg's hot take machine keeps firing them out here. He will do a commercial about him being in so many commercials. He will make fun of himself or make some sort of reference to that.
And I'm gonna also reiterate, longtime listeners of the show will know I am not a Peyton Manning fan, but I find his Peyton Manning retired commercials to be just delightful.
Odds that a player in the game is featured in a commercial, 1-19. I would take those because I know for a fact Tom Brady's in an Under Armour commercial and in one of those Beats commercials, one of those will play during the Super Bowl. You have to think.
Yeah. And I don't know if the NFL stuff counts as an actual commercial because I don't think it's a paid spot, but you got that too. So yeah, I'm going to say that definitely happens.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Odds on who is more likely to host Saturday Night Live following the Super Bowl. Tom Brady, 1-19. Julio Jones, 25-1. Matt Ryan, 50-1. Bill Belichick, 5,000-1.
Man. I want to see Bill Belichick. That would be amazing. But I'm going to go with Tom Brady just because Tom Brady's proven that he has some acting chops and he's just not going to be dead weight in front of a camera. So Like,
who were the other choices besides Belichick and Brady?
Julio Jones.
Julio Jones, Matt Ryan.
I'm going to bet it's going to be those two together. They will co-host Saturday Night Live, Jones and Ryan.
I think it's either Tom Brady or Matt Ryan.
It's going to be
depending on who wins.
Matt Ryan, though, is kind of like dull just from everything I've seen.
So is Eli Manning, and he's been on there.
Speaking of Matt Ryan, the first number 2 starting quarterback in Super Bowl history. We only need a number 6 now, and we'll have them all.
So Mark Sanchez, where you at?
Mark Sanchez, yeah, that's going to happen soon. Oh, doesn't Cody Kessler wear 6 for the Browns? There you go. There's your guy.
All right.
There's your
Lean
guy.
into the promise, man. You heard it here first. Over under on the length of Luke Bryan on the national anthem. 1 minute, 58 seconds. Supposedly last year, Lady Gaga hit the over, and she barely got over.
I'm going to say under, because the country guys aren't known to like drag things out and really kind of they do it pretty straightforward. So I'm going to say under.
Yeah, under.
Odds that Luke Bryan wears a cowboy boots and blue jeans. 4-1.
That's going to absolutely happen.
Let's see.
His shirt also might be American flag patterned.
Odds that Luke Bryan puts his hand over his heart during the anthem. 1-6.
Yeah, he'll do that, right? No, I'm going to say that he doesn't. I don't think he will.
I'm going to say no because he's going to be playing guitar.
That's a good point.
I think he busts out the acoustic guitar.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think he does it either. Not for that reason. It just seems so cliche that he won't do it. But yeah.
Here's one more Lady Gaga one, which kind of ties into everything else. Odds of Lady Gaga making an anti-Trump political statement during the performance, either visual or vocal, 10-13.
Visually, I say she does it.
Yeah, it'll happen.
Yep. It might be very subtle. I don't even know if it's going to be really obvious, but she will do it. Yeah, I think she'll do it. You guys still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Freaked me out for a second there.
Sorry.
Never do that while I'm tripping while we're doing a show.
You went robo for a second, so I didn't know what was happening.
Oh, okay. I'm up walking around swinging the cord here. I should probably stop. All right.
And then the other two are dumb Lady Gaga ones, and I'm just not going to read those because they're stupid.
Okay.
But that's most of them. I think we got some weird ones in there, too. So
these are going to be great. I can't wait to see how we do.
Cover the bases.
So is that it? So we just need to pick the game now, right?
That's it. Yeah, got to pick the game.
All right. Mike, you can reiterate it again. I'm going to split this into 2 shows, so make your pick again.
All right, I'll keep it simple. I think the Patriots are just too good, too efficient. I think they win this.
Zach?
Obviously, anyone that's listened to any of our shows ever knows I have a bias. But because of what I said previously, with the Mohamed Sanu thing, the Patriots are going to try to shut down Julio Jones. And I think they're going to do a pretty good job of limiting him. I think he's still going to be able to get what he wants to get. But the Falcons have a lot of options offensively, and I think that they're going to be able to use those well. I think this does end up being an offensive shootout, and I will take the Falcons to knock off the Patriots in this one.
Well, I've been on them all season. Well, probably since about week 6 of this season. I've been riding the Falcons all year. I can't quit them now. I'm taking the Falcons, and I think that there's been a lot of talk about giving Belichick this extra time. People act like he's never lost a Super Bowl. Well, guess what? He's lost quite a few of them, so they are beatable. And this Falcons team has risen to every challenge so far this year. I'm taking the Falcons to win the game.
All right.
There you have it. Are we done?
Yeah, so 2 Falcons, 1 Patriot. Whether we're rooting for whether I'm rooting for my heart or not, hard to tell. But and again, like we said, if Brady wins, you can't argue that he's not the greatest quarterback of all time. And if the Falcons win, it elevates the status of Matt Ryan to somebody that's much more legitimate as far as being one of the NFL's elite quarterbacks. Basically, a football show. follow us on our platforms. Have fun this week. Super Bowl week. We've had some good ones recently, some duds. It's kind of been up and down, but I really think we're going to get a classic Super Bowl out of this. Patriots, Falcons. See you Sunday.